Alright friends, we are back with our tea advent calendar and we are opening up day 2. I have a little burn on my arm from my oven. We've been cooking up a storm around here. Alright. Ooh, we got a cozy cocoa black tea. So we've let our cozy cocoa black tea sit and steep for a few minutes, about 5 minutes or so. It smells so good. You can really smell the cocoa. I really think I am going to enjoy this one. This is such a great calendar. It's not too late. Check your Aldi's and see if you may have it there still. Oh, that is really good. I'm gonna add probably just a little bit of creamer to that, and that's perfect to me. Let me know down in the comments how you take your perfect cup of tea. Alright friends, welcome back to day 2 of Vlogmas. This is a cookbook holiday movie collab hosted by Ingrid from the Cooking Chronicles with Ingrid and Holly from Holly's Homemade Heaven. I hope you guys can check out their channels. They'll be in the description box. I'm not sharing with you a traditional cookbook. This is actually a little cookbook that one of my boys made a few years back. We do homeschooling. So this is something they made with just materials they found here at home. Things they printed off the internet. It's a sweet little book. We've had it for a few years now. We like to watch these movies and then make these little meals for dinner or lunch. One of my boys' favorites is this Home Alone meal. I mean, who doesn't like macaroni and cheese pizza and soda? We definitely do this for a dinner one night. We'll have a whole bunch of fun making dinner together, and then we watch Home Alone. But this time I'm sharing with you the Frosty the Snowman. This is one of my favorite holiday movies. Brings back so much childhood memories. So our menu is traffic, cop, badges, and buttons. And I'm making this easy and simple. And we're just going to do some canned biscuits and butter them. Main course, nothing melts the cold away like a bowl of chicken soup. But I still have leftover turkey in the fridge, so we're going to substitute the chicken for turkey, and we're going to make a homemade turkey soup. Magic top toasted ham and cheese sandwiches. We do grilled cheese almost every time we do soup, so that is definitely a good choice for us. Dessert is snowman cookies. Now, you can do this so many different ways. I'm going to show you my version of the snowman cookie. And then to drink is a nice ice cold cup of milk. Not my favorite beverage, but some of us will definitely have that with our dinner. And you can use your favorite recipes that you may already have at home. I'm modifying the chicken soup recipe that I've made for years, and I'm just subbing it with the turkey. I'm going quick and easy with the canned biscuits. You could do canned soup and make this even quicker for like a lunch one day. Have a lunch and spend the afternoon watching the movie. My son found these little things off of Pinterest a few years ago, so I'm sure you can still find them there. But yeah, so this is the Christmas movie, and this is the cookbook that we are going to use. So let's get in the kitchen. So now we're moving on to our soup portion of our holiday cookbook meal. So we have a bunch of leftover turkey. So we're going to do a turkey soup instead of chicken soup. And this is so simple and easy. I got some chicken stock because that's what I have on hand. So I'm going to get a bunch of my turkey in here. I'm going to fill it up with my chicken stock. I'm going to put in one thing of a powdered turkey gravy. And then we're going to let this simmer on the stove for a little while. And I'm just going to add in a bag of frozen veggies. Simple and easy. Alright, so we got a bunch of our turkey pretty much in bite-sized pieces in our pan. And now we're just going to add our stock. Get this nice and filled up. I'm going to add both my containers of stock and then 1 cup of water and my gravy packet. Alright, so we got our pot nice and full with our stock. I'm going to add my packet of gravy mix right into the party here. And I'm going to go in with my 1 cup of water. Just don't want to have this too salty. Not a giant salt fan. We'll mix this well together and we're going to get it on the stovetop and let it come to a boil. And I'm going to add about a cup of elbow macaroni and our frozen veggies, and then we'll just let this simmer for about a half hour or so. Alright, so our soup is starting to boil. We're going to add some more seasonings into here. I'm going to add my favorite Italian seasoning. And some garlic powder. We definitely like garlic around here. And some onion powder. And probably a dash of pepper. And once this comes to a boil, we'll add in our noodles. Alright, so our soup is come up to a boil. So now we are going to add in our 1 cup of elbow noodles. If you want noodles in your soup, use whatever ones you have on hand. And then I'm going to add in this 1 bag of mixed veggies. And then we're going to let that come back up to a boil and then reduce the heat. So our soup is back up to a boil, and we are just going to let this boil for about 7 to 10 minutes or so until our pasta starts to get soft. And then we're just going to turn this down to a simmer and let it simmer for a little while we get our badges and buttons ready to go in the oven, which is just going to be some canned biscuits for us. Alright friends, now we're making the grilled cheese sandwiches part of our meal here. And I put mayonnaise on my bread for my grilled cheese. I know some people use butter, there's different ways to make it, but this is how I do it. So I just spread mayonnaise on the bread, get it into my frying pan, and we'll get the cheese on. And we're almost ready to enjoy this Frosty the Snowman holiday meal. And we're working on our grilled cheese sandwiches. So we put our mayonnaise side of the bread down first. And then we're using provolone cheese. We put our cheese down. And then we add our ham. And our next piece of bread. Alright, so we have our canned biscuits on a greased cookie sheet, and we are going to get them into the oven. And our badges are out of the oven, and we'll just let them cool, and then we will butter them. Christmas holiday dinner from our Christmas recipe book is the snowman cookies, and I just have a package of the Pillsbury sugar cookies, the dry mix. You can, like I mentioned, make this as simple as you want, as hard as you want, homemade all the way, take help from the store. So all we need is a half a stick of softened butter and 1 egg. We have our egg and our butter, and we're gonna get these cookies mixed up so we can get them cooking in the oven. Alright, so we have our butter and our egg and our cookie mix, and we're just going to mix this all together until a cookie batter forms. We got our cookie dough all mixed together, and now we are just going to shape it into balls and get it onto our greased cookie sheet. If you have one of those really awesome cookie scoops, that would work out great, but I'm just going to use a spoon. And then we're going to bake these in our 350-degree oven. So our sugar cookies are out of the oven, and we're going to let them completely cool, and then I'll show you how we're going to make our snowman sugar cookies. We're going to make melted snowman sugar cookies. This is after Frosty's been inside just a little too long. You really can do whatever you want. Cut out sugar cookies. The options are endless. Alright, so for our melted snowman faces, I have some of this cookie icing. It's not the easiest to work with, but I had it on hand, so we're making it work. We're doing a dot for each eye. And then a little smiley face. And then for the nose, I'm just using a orange sprinkle. And I'm just stabbing it right into the marshmallow. Oops. Stabbing it into the marshmallow the best I can. It's not easy to work with, but there we go. And these are our little snowman heads, and then I'll show you the next step. So the next step on our melted snowman cookies is we got this white cookie icing. This is kind of made for, you know, detailed sugar cookies. We're just going to kind of put a rough circle down because our snowman is melting. And then we're going to fill in that circle. And you can see I'm kind of doing it rough, but you can use that tip to kind of move it around, fill in some of those spots. This doesn't have to be perfect at all. Then our next step is to take one of our little marshmallow snowman heads, and we're going to put it right in on the icing. And then I've decided to use mini M&Ms as my buttons for our melted snowman here. And it is simple and easy. The kids can have fun decorating these with you, or you can make them while they're at school and surprise them with a snack. Or if you're doing this for dinner, it's definitely a fun family project. And these are our melted snowman cookies. And here is our melted snowman cookies. These cookies can be done so many different ways. I'm not going to win any decorating contest. You could do little pretzel arms or figure out something for the top hats. There's so many different recipes for these online. But these are our melted snowman cookies for our holiday meal. Alright folks, and here is our Frosty the Snowman menu. We have our traffic cop badge and button and butter. So we got a biscuit with butter. We have our main course is turkey soup, and our case. We have our grilled cheese sandwich. And we have my version of a snowman cookie. Thank you so much for joining me. I really hope that you guys can check out the collab. Make sure to get into that description box and check out our hosts. And make sure you look at everybody's video. There's going to be so much holiday inspiration. And thank you so much for joining me. Until I see you in the next one, I'll be talking to you in those comments.